Hi guys. All right, these are collective timeless readings. I do read a little bit different than, I don't know. Let's not use that word. Let's not use that phrase. I kind of, sometimes I'll get downloads like as this is happening, and it kind of mixes in, I kind of mix it in with the cards. All right, so there's something really crazy going on with the sacral right now too. So, pretty much, anyone I think that becomes, because I'm thinking, it's kind of coming to me, all of the people that I've kind of worked with and that I've met on this journey, and who kind of embrace had been on the spiritual awakening journey for longer than me, and they really embraced the role that they were playing and being like a shaman, being like a healer, and in whatever ways. And you gain all this understanding and this wisdom and this like acceptance of the world and human nature and all these different aspects, and it's sort of like shadow work. Kind of feels like it's the initiation, because it's the times that something happened that, and who knows if it's past life related, it could be, but regardless, in this life, like something happened, or things happened, and it got locked in your subconscious. Like it was so painful. It was almost, your body may have even gone into like a state of shock or something like that when those things happened. And there's still things like that I'm trying to unravel and all of that. But the thing that's coming to me that's just so profound and so beautiful about this is that's part of this process, is like, it doesn't matter how insane it got, I'm still gonna open up to looking at that and trusting it. And it's so weird, I got like the picture of like open dissection. I always love dissecting and anatomy, but it's because you're kind of in a way you're dissecting that, but it's being able to find the strength and the patience. I'm getting breath, just because it's like being able to sit with it, being able to like learn how to embrace it. And that's why it's like you get to this place of like nothing surprises you anymore, because all of our behaviors stem from this lack of love. And so, but yet it's hard for us. I just don't think anyone will ever convince me otherwise, because I've learned so much about how having to find compassion for myself through all this, and learning how to love more unconditionally through my son. And it's been fucking wild. Like it's just been absolutely insane. And I'm not even sitting here and saying I would change anything, but I'm sorry, I'm getting off track now. There's just this feeling of like there's another need for giving yourself like grace and finding that patience and the strength for whatever it is that's coming up right now. And realizing that love is a solo journey. Like, it's just there's moments where you see how it's like we're guiding each other back home. It's like, yes, we're a collective, and I'm so glad, I'm so grateful that we are. And but the more that we try to interfere with things that aren't meant for us, like, the harder we make it for ourselves. It's like adding challenges where they're not meant to be, because there probably is something that you're running from. And that's okay. It's not, if you're not ready to do shadow work, that's okay, because it's going to completely I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to, because I'm like, I don't know exactly what even else there is to say about it. It's just going to completely change your life. And there are going to be many, many insane and difficult moments, but I would absolutely say it's for the better, because I do think also it's like, if you want more from life, it's like you want to, all of that wisdom comes from within, and like it comes from experience and from having like moving through your emotions to try to understand them better, to develop this emotional intelligence and stuff like that. So it's crazy, because all of this warfare, it really does get you to where at this point I'm just like, I can't handle anymore. But then I have to have these moments like this make you it forces you there's so much self-reflection that it's like you're forced to stop and be like, wait a minute, okay, what pattern am I not looking at in myself? That's what I mean. You'll see more and more and more how it's this journey, then all these things happen outside of you. And I do believe it's warfare, and that those just certain things happen in different ways, but all of those are moments too of that, because like I could have handled that situation better last night, and I also could have handled that situation today with a little bit less I can't think of the right word, like just been more compassionate, but that's the point. It's just like we keep having to learn how to be compassionate. And this guy's really drawn out. Six of Swords is out here, and so it's definitely a note that there's some healing that needs to happen. I think because there's always this desire for like acceptance. There's always this desire to want to belong. There's always this that like comes up, and there's always this desire to be loved. There's always this desire to be like treated well. But yet, depending on where you are in your life and what circumstances and what you're having to move through, you might not be getting any of those things. Hopefully you're getting at least one of those things. I hope, for real. But that's why too, it all comes back to like, what area am I not like giving myself compassion, or being understanding about whatever pattern is coming up. So it's almost in a way like God uses it does feel like in some ways it's like an experiment, because it's like, I don't think the only thing that we're here for is love, but I do think that anyone who awakens and chooses this and starts this path and starts shadow work, I do think that you're here to love in this lifetime, and that's your job now. Like above everything is to heal yourself so that you can you can give that understanding and compassion and hope and everything, all of those things back to the earth, because and to anybody around you, because it's definitely the hardest thing there's no doubt. Like, it's crazy even in this moment, just because I'm just, a lot of these things are coming to me or surprising me, but it's like, there's no doubt in my mind, it's the hardest thing I've ever had to go through. And so that's what I mean too about, like, it's, people messing with you and you're like, you just have no idea what other people go through, and that's okay. Because you're, of course, like, we have enough invasion of privacy, right? So I don't need for people to know everything I go through or whatever. So I think that's one of the, so I know that, like, heart healing and trust issues are two big ones that I'm still having to work through. And, if I'm in that space, or I could be like projecting that out and getting that reflection, because it's something that I still need to heal. And I don't want to be threatening. I don't want people to be afraid of me. Like I said, I mean, when I made that one post, it's like, that was such a heartfelt moment for me, because, it was 11/11 when I said that, because that's truly how I feel. It's not just because of my kid, it's because I saw so much hurt and rage inside of me that I knew. And if it weren't for me hearing my guides in that moment, and for knowing that there was things that had been so repressed that couldn't even access them or understand why this was coming up, that it was like, I have to face this and face this monster. I mean, that's how it felt at the time. And I don't think that's a good way to look at it, but that's just how it felt at the time. And figure out what's going on, figure it out, and not give up, and, and all these things. So, it's very difficult, because you have to keep facing the fact that humans are not just good. Like, it's just, and it's when you can just get out of that, like, seriousness and just laugh about it, it's not, it's just whatever, but it's like, there's something about that that's hard for us, I think, because your ego is just always like, oh, well, I want to be treated well. Well, I want all these things. Well, I want the best. Well, I deserve the best. Well, I don't deserve to be dealing with this pattern that's coming up right now, and stuff like that. But it's like, like, that's the journey. Like, when you start to choose it, and it's like, you just have to keep coming back to yourself. And I mean, I don't mean to be preaching to the choir, because anybody who's been in this knows. Okay. That was already a lot. I'm just going to really try to wrap it up. And, yeah, so there's a lack of inspiration. Okay, so there's like a tower that's going to happen, or is happening, over like a broken contract, but it's going to give you this sense of clarity. It's going to help you be more discerning. It's going to, put you back in a place that you can see clearly again. We do have this Queen of Wands over here. I'm trying to see. I'm feeling her energy right now, and she's concerned about Pentacles, so that sounds about right. So I'm just trying to see if there's anything else from that. she feels like she's out of options. Yeah, I'm feeling like a little bit trapped maybe. And that's another thing about it too, is it's like when you can too, the more that you love and embrace and give yourself compassion for all of these pains, that there's that too. I think that's another reason why ego gets mad, because you're like, well, I already went through all this bullshit. Like, I don't deserve more bullshit. Like, whatever, you know, but it's like, the more that you give yourself compassion, even for these moments where you feel trapped or oppressed or like you're out of options, it's like, it just helps you move out of it faster instead of staying in that pain. It's so easy to think that there's a better reality. There's some other better reality. Oh, that felt so good to say. It's just, sometimes it is that. It's like, it's just that, it's not even like FOMO. It's like, gotta get to heaven. Gotta get there. And it's like, you know, gotta get all the things or whatever. And but it's really just nurturing yourself the way that you need, or moving the way that you need to, getting yourself back in alignment, and then everything's fine again. Learning to hold that space for yourself and hold yourself through all those emotions too. That's how you learn how to alchemize. I assume, I didn't take a class on that. I have no idea, y'all. I have no idea exactly how that's actually something I would love to learn about. If anybody wants to let me know, or like if there's a book on that, I'd love to read it. But like, I don't actually know how that part works, because I think it's just natural for the body. We're meant to heal. The body is built for healing. Your body is healing different things anyway, even if you're not, you know, actively working on your chakras or whatever, you know what I mean? I'll just have this moment of like, this is my North Node. It's just like, whatever. It's all about healing and spirituality for me in this life. So it's like, you know, but it's a tough journey, and it's very, very beautiful in many aspects as well. So I love all of you. I hope that we can keep finding compassion for ourselves as these patterns come up, and as we feel, you know, those feelings of like threatened or, you know, unsafe and that sort of thing, and be able to open the heart more and feel safe and create more spaces for that. But there's a self-willingness that has to happen. It's just, you have to hold your own hand, and that's the beauty. That's love. That's the relationship that you're building. All right, I gotta see what's going on with him. Take care, guys. I love you. Be safe, okay?